Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. Last we left off, we had just completed Circle Tower, and now have the mages as allies against the Blight. We also saw the beginnings of the blossoming romance between Charlotte and Alistair. But where shall we go next? Well, we'll see momentarily, but we have a new companion! We now have the ever-faithful Wynne at our side. And you see that little movement she's doing? That's actually the result of another mod. As is Liliana lying down, part of the improved atmosphere mod that I have installed. Let's have a quick chat with Wynne, shall we?
It's been a long day. Rest would be welcome.
Are you all right?
Yes, of course. I am just a little weary. As you may have noticed, I'm no spring chicken.
Now, I do love the response, no, you're a person. But, I'm being Charlotte now. You are very sprightly for your age, though.
Thank you. You're very kind to say so. But in all honesty, I do not know how many years I have left in me. I have lived for such a long time. But there is always something else to do. And I have to keep going in order to do it. I think I will be glad when I am done.
That's a bit morbid. I'm sure you'll be kicking around for years yet.
Oh, I don't know. I really don't.
Well, okay. Let's try that again.
Have you encountered many abominations, apart from the ones in the Circle Tower?
Well, I've heard many stories.
You are younger than I, and your nerves yet have some steel in them. Did you feel any fear facing the abominations?
No, they die the same as anything if you poke them hard enough. Some, but I knew I could not falter.
The first time I saw an abomination, my blood turned to ice. It was months before the nightmares stopped. It was the knowledge that I could easily become one of them that frightened me the most.
But it is this knowledge that drives you to be cautious.
One slip. All it takes is one slip, and everything you are is simply gone, replaced by madness. And there is no turning back, or at least that's what they say.
You have doubts?
Of late, I have begun to wonder if there is any way an abomination can be cured. Or if a mage could be so possessed and still retain their sanity, their humanity.
If one retains one's humanity, one is not an abomination.
Yes, it is madness and cruelty that define abominations. If those are lacking, if the mage remembers the person they truly are, then they are not an abomination. I never saw that. Thank you for showing me another way of looking at it.
You're welcome, I guess. Do you have anything else to say?
So, tell me, how did you become a Grey Warden?
Same as everyone else. Arl Howe massacred my family. Duncan helped me escape.
Arl Rendon Howe? The Arl of Amaranthine? Why would he do such a thing to you?
I am the daughter of Bryce Cousland, Terran of Highever.
You are the last of the Couslands? I had no idea, my lady.
Don't. I'm just a Grey Warden now.
Yes, I suppose so. You can no longer have a title, can you? But that does not mean you must forget utterly where you came from.
That's
Take
not what I
heart,
said at
dear
all.
Friend. You survived, even when you were not expected to. We do not know yet what lies in store for you, or the name you carry. It is not so bad, is it, being a Grey Warden?
I'd give it up if it meant I could see my family again.
Sometimes it gives me comfort to think that everything will end up the way it's supposed to. That it will be all right. You were chosen. You survived the joining when others did not. Perhaps it was meant to be.
Well, that's kind of you to say, miss.
I must ask, what does being a Grey Warden mean to you?
She has a lot to ask from you when you first start chatting with her. Oh. It means I've been chosen to do something important.
There's that, of course. But there's more to being a Grey Warden than killing Darkspawn and saving the world from the Blight. Ultimately,
There is?
being a Grey Warden is about serving others. About serving all people, whether elves or dwarves or men.
But not women. You mean to say I serve as a protector?
As a Grey Warden, you are a guardian of men, and you guard them because their continued existence is more important than you are. Thus it is you who serves, not they.
I suppose that makes sense.
A good king, a true king who cares for his land, uses his power to rule firmly but fairly. He serves his people first and foremost. The king who does not do this, who believes that he is entitled to his power, who abuses it and uses it for his own means, is a tyrant.
So, in a way, having power confines you.
If you live apart from others, and your actions affect only you, then you may do as you wish. But if you have power, influence, and strength, your every action will be as a drop of water in a clear, still pond. The drop causes ripples, and ripples spread. Think of how far they will go, how wide they will become, how will they affect the pond. But I've lectured enough for today. I should stop before I wear out my welcome.
Sure late. No, actually, I like her just fine. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. I've gotten used to a completely different interface. That's right, actually, folks. This is my first recording after having finally played Dragon Age 2. I've got her approval up. You can actually read the numbers here, but up to 16. Very nice. This interface is very different and not what I am used to. Do you have anything more to say, Wynne? Of course you do.
Is there something you need?
Why didn't you want to stay at the tower?
The Circle is in good hands. Irving knows what to do, and he doesn't need me underfoot. For now, I will support those that battle the Darkspawn. I do feel I left things unfinished in Ostagar. There is so much left to do, and I would be part of it.
I am glad for your company.
The Grey Wardens, all 2 of you, need all the help you can get. I will see this through to the bitter end, and after that, if I am still left standing, then I will return to the Circle.
I'm sure you will be able to return if you so choose.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Yeah. Rare. She talks a lot. I think I'm done well, okay, let's try again.
Is there something you need?
No, but I'd like to ask you something about the Circle.
I will answer to the best of my ability.
How did you become a mage?
People don't become mages. They are born mages. The talent just surfaces later. But you are asking how I ended up at the Circle. I was brought there by the Templars, just like many of the other apprentices. I don't remember very much. I was very young then.
How did they know you were a mage?
I set a boy on fire.
Why?
It's a long story.
But I'm sure you'd be glad to tell us.
I didn't have a family. I never knew my real parents. My earliest memory was of hiding in a hayloft on a farm, trying to keep warm. I was found, and the farmer's wife was kind enough not to send me away. But they had children of their own, and I was never made to feel welcome. The eldest son was the worst. He was always calling me a stray, and throwing anything he could get his hands on at me. And I don't know how it happened, but one day he just found his hair on fire. Fortunately, there was a large trough nearby.
Serves him right.
He ran screaming, dripping head and all, to his mother. I was shut up in the barn with a bowl of water and a crust of hard bread. The Templars arrived several mornings later.
What a terrible experience for a child.
The barn kept me safe from the village children and the stones they would hurl at me. I was afraid, yes, but it could have been much worse. I'll never forget the moment the Templars led me into the entrance hall of the tower. I had never seen anything so grand in my life. I stopped being afraid then. I knew I was home.
That's a great story.
Well, that's about all there is to my tale. That's how I came to the circle.
What was life like in the tower?
I would be lying if I said it was easy. First, there were rules, and we were constantly watched to make sure we behaved appropriately. Then there was the study of magic. We had to cast the spells just so, control the effects completely. A single word spoken incorrectly, a gesture out of sync, and lack of focus. And we needed to have perfect focus, or we would be in danger.
At least you learned the dangers of magic from the circle.
Without the circle and my mentors, I would not have been where I am today. And there was joy in life at the circle. The joys of fellowship, in knowing that you were not alone in your struggles. In spite of everything, I was happy in the tower, and I loved it.
There's nothing else I want to discuss right now. Now, I could try improvising my lines, but, not gonna do that. And do you have anything else interesting to say? Can I talk?
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
Are you okay? You kind of fell out. Never mind, let's just move on. That... Oops. Anyway.
If there's anything I can do for you, please tell. I'm sure you'll be pleased.
Shut up. I don't want to hear it. Go away. Give me your health poultices. I want your health poultices. Yes. Oh, my inventory is... Oh, I should probably sell things. It's weird being able to use this. Lance of Moonlight. Ah, yes. And... I have a lot of stuff. I don't even remember. Dang. It's an enchanter's ropes, blah, blah, blah. Blah. Large flawed spirit crystal. Yeah, I know. You guys are so just terribly entertained by these. Apprentice's amulet. You know, screw that. Charm of still waters. Get rid of that. Yeah. Iced band. Silver ring. Not that I need to do the money glitch, because I'm not exactly short on money right now. Injury kits. I sure had to move over, thank you. Lyrium potion. Ether lyrium potion. And Tome of Physical Technique. I'm going to use that on Charlotte. Grandmaster Frost Rune. And Grandmaster Lightning Rune. I'm going to use those. Oh yes, and of course there are the gifts. Oh, a backpack. I want to add to my space. And he's actually got some nice stuff for making bombs and such, which, you know, I'm going to do. Don't think I have that yet. No. Maybe not as much as that. And Flask, I don't really care, I'll just whatever. Okay! I'm sure that this has been such an entertaining installment so far. Hasn't it, though? Let's make some bombs! Oh, I can make freeze bombs. Nice. Alrighty. Clickety click 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 click. And some freeze bombs. And some acid flasks. And
If there's anything I can do for you.
I want nothing more to do with you, Bodan. And yet, you follow me into DA2. That's kind of creepy, Lindsay. Anyway, whatever. And, flasks, maybe just a handful more. Yeah, I'm not really paying attention to the numbers, folks. But this should be the rest round. Okay. I really didn't need any more corrupt agents. And, oh, distillation agents.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed.
Damn it,
Good to have
Bodan.
you along on the road.
Damn it, Bodan. Fuck you, man. I don't really need a lot. Maybe even that. Just preparing myself for the road ahead. There we go. And again, making sure I've got everything set up here on my bar. Move that over a bit. Concentrated venom. Because I got a concentrated death root, yeah. Inventory is still pretty full, which means I'm going to need to make a trip up to... That's a cow. Okay. Trip up to Soldier's Peak. But before I leave... Actually, breaking my own rule here. Up to the peak. I don't know. That's not even a song. Who will I take with me?
Yes.
Well,
Yes. Indeed.
indeed. So, tank, healer, and mage. Let's go up to Soldier's Peak. What? Denerim?
I bring word, sire. There are demands from the Banorn that you step down from the Regency. They are said to be gathering their forces, as are your allies. It appears it will be civil war after all, despite the Darkspawn. Pity. I also have an interesting report. There seem to be Grey Wardens who survived Ostagar. How, I don't know. But they will act against you. I have arranged for a solution, with your leave.
The Antivan crows send their regards.
An assassin?
Against Grey Wardens, we will need the very best, sire.
And the most expensive.
Just get it done.
An assassin? How? Logain. I guess Morrigan was sitting while we waited for the cutscene to finish. Anyway.
This should be easy enough.
Just popping stuff in here, since I don't want to have to carry it with me. Please hold this all. Yes, thank you. I'm gonna stick some gifts in here. And stones. This is so fascinating, right, folks? Gotta love it. Oh, I forgot to sell those. Boy, I'm storing a lot in here. Well, that's alright. I should be good to go. But I did forget to ask Morrigan something.
I await your command.
Maybe I should need to go back to camp. Never mind. Going to camp. I'm probably wrong. She probably will not trigger this conversation, which is just fantastic. I may as well talk with her about other things, though.
I await your command.
How nice. So, life in the wilds must have been very lonely.
At times, perhaps. A world full of people and buildings and things was all very foreign to me. If I wished companionship, I ran with the wolves and flew with the birds. If I spoke, 'twas to the trees.
That sounds wonderful.
For a time, but one can only remain a child for so long. I recall the first time I crept beyond the edge of the wilds. I did so in animal form, remaining in the shadows and watching these strange townsfolk from afar. I happened upon a noblewoman by her carriage, adorned in sparkling garments, the likes of which I had never before seen. I was dazzled. This, to me, seemed what true wealth and beauty must be. I snuck up behind her and stole a hand mirror from the carriage. 'Twas encrusted in gold and crystalline gemstones, and I hugged it to my chest with delight as I sped back to the wilds.
What happened then?
Flemeth was furious with me. I was a child and had not yet come into my full power, and I had risked discovery for the sake of a pretty bauble. To teach me a lesson, Flemeth took the mirror and smashed it upon the ground. I was heartbroken.
But you were just a child.
And a foolish one. Flemeth was right to break me of my fascination. Beauty and love are fleeting and have no meaning. Survival has meaning. Power has meaning. Without those lessons, I would not be here today, as difficult as they might have been.
They made you stronger, didn't they?
They did indeed. To return to your original question, perhaps my time in the wilds was indeed lonely, but such was how it had to be. I find myself at times wondering what might have become of the girl with the beautiful golden mirror, but such fantasies have no place amidst reality.
She approves +9. Fantastic. But we're out of time for this installment of Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. I hope to see you next time, where I actually start moving on to where we're headed next. But I promise you it will be very fulfilling, unlike this installment. I'll see you next time, folks.